Why is collecting tax IDs from your distributors when they enroll so important to your company? Hi, I'm Robert Proctor, and for the last 20 years, I've been involved in the launch of over 1,000 network marketing companies. Today, only 10% are still in business, 90% failed. I want to give you some tips and tools, some hints and suggestions to avoid being part of the 90% that failed and instead be part of the 10% that succeeded. So this question actually comes from working with a client this week that wanted to remove the ability to collect tax IDs when distributors were enrolling in their website because they thought they could get more distributors enrolling, or because of security these days. You know, we look at Equifax and Walmart and Target and everybody that's been hacked over the last couple of years. They thought if they removed the tax ID, they would get more distributors to enroll. Well, we can do that. And your software company can do that, but let me give you an example of what happened with a client that did that a few years ago. We had a client that asked us to remove the collection of income tax ID. That you, as a company owner, are required to report to the IRS if your distributors earn more than $600 a year. So we had a company a few years ago asked us to remove it, and we did. We warned them that they shouldn't. They went ahead and asked us to remove it. Well, about 2 years later, they got audited by the IRS, and come to find out, they had 70 distributors that had earned more than $600 that they reported to the IRS that they didn't have the tax IDs on. And when they went to get those tax IDs, those distributors were gone, or they didn't want to give them their tax IDs, and guess what ended up happening? The IRS fined them $1,000 per distributor that they didn't collect the tax ID, times 70 distributors. I don't know about you, if you're ready to take a $70,000 hit because you didn't ask your distributors to enter the tax ID into your website when they join your company. As an additional precaution, I would suggest that in your back office, you have the ability to download a W-9 for your distributors, and that they fill it out, send it into your company, and maybe you give them their first 1 or 2 checks that they earned before you get the form, because you want to put money in distributors' hands as quickly as possible, but you don't pay them their third and on commission checks until you've actually got a printable signed W-9. Because the IRS says if you have a printed W-9 that's signed on file and you get audited and that distributor hasn't paid their taxes, they can't come back after you because you actually collected and got that W-9. With technology changing these days, there's also a new method that the IRS has actually approved, and that's called DocuSign. And I know as a software company, we've done an integration for a couple of clients that when a distributor joins, it pops up the W-9, they digitally sign it, they provide their tax ID, it's stored in a vault online that you can get to anytime. So when you get audited, not if, but when these things are going to happen, let's face it, one day you may get audited, or you probably will get audited. You've got all that information to show the IRS, and you're not going to get fined that $1,000. I'm giving these tips and tools because I've witnessed 90% of the companies we work with go out of business. If you think I can give you some value, maybe help you with the launch of your company, what you should do, what you shouldn't do me a favor. Give me a call, fire me an email. It's right here on this webpage. And if you got some value from today's video, do me a favor, like it, share it, let others know, and hey, we'll see you on the next video.